Hello, everybody. Welcome to MA-19. I'm so glad that you guys have finally made it here. So you guys will see that I am a cartoon. So please bear with me. I am trying out some new things for next semester because I have to re-record all my lectures because we have a new textbook. So lucky you guys. You don't have to go through all that. Okay, let's begin. Here we go. MA-19. So I am going to open up the class in Canvas so that you guys can take a look at it. So please go ahead and navigate through everything just like you normally would in my classes and make sure that you take a look at all of the content. I do have a syllabus agreement just like with all my classes, so you guys will need to sign that. Now, some of you guys have a clinical site that you have obtained yourself. Some of you guys are with Family Healthcare Network. And some of you guys have a different clinical site in which I have assigned you. You guys should be maintaining communication with these clinical sites. There's a lot more independence in MA-19 than there is in the other MA classes. So that is something I need you guys to keep in mind. Now, our first class meeting will be on campus in the medical assisting classroom on June the 5th, Monday at 11 o'clock a.m. So please make sure that you're there. There is some construction going on, so if you guys can't get in the building, please don't panic. I will be outside to let everyone in, okay? We may have to go in the back way, but please don't worry. Don't panic, don't leave, don't think, oh, I've forgotten. Believe me, I haven't. So what will we do on June the 5th? This will be our first and only face-to-face meeting, by the way. All of the other meetings will take place via Zoom. They will be a quick check-in or an opportunity for you guys to ask me questions, things like that. I will also be doing check-ins at your clinical site. I will be doing a minimum of 2, one at the beginning, one at the end. I may do this via Zoom. I may do this in person. It's just going to depend really on the outcome of your performance at your clinical site, if there are any problems, if the clinical site supervisor wants me to visit in person or wishes me to visit via Zoom. There's a lot of possibilities, so please also keep this in mind. Remember, this is like a job, and you will be judged based on your performance just like a job. Please remember the evaluations that I gave you at the end of your last class. This is the criteria in which you will be evaluated. Monday, June the 5th, everybody will, if you haven't already, create your job speaker account and begin to prepare your objectives. You will prepare these objectives within job speaker and you will send them to me and then to your clinical site supervisor for approval. We will go through some examples of what objectives are. Also, the PowerPoint presentation that I have previously sent to all of you. You need to review this, and this explains how to create objectives. I would like you all to create a minimum of 5 objectives. You must meet at least 3 of these objectives. So it doesn't make sense to only create 3. What if there's not an opportunity at your clinical site to meet all 3? Then you don't pass the class. So create at least 5 so that you can meet a minimum of 3, and then this will leave you in good shape in terms of the class. Now, when you are creating objectives, make sure they are observable, make sure they are measurable, and make sure they are specific, okay? And try not to make them too complicated, okay? You want to make sure that you can meet them at your clinical site. Again, there's some examples within Canvas and in the PowerPoint presentation that I gave you that will help you create your objectives. This is one of the very first things that you should do after you go into Canvas and review the class, okay? Some of you guys already know what your start dates are going to be at your clinical sites. Some of you don't. Those of you that are going to Family Healthcare Networks may not have heard yet. You guys will be hearing from them the week following our face-to-face meeting, so the week of June 12th. You guys will be going through the end of your onboarding process, and then you will be assigned to your specific clinical sites that week, meaning you will be going to those clinical sites. So please be prepared. Remember to dress in uniform unless you're otherwise instructed by your clinical site supervisor. And as always, you must have your badge. That is a requirement. If you guys have any questions for me, please do not fail to ask, and we will go over a lot of information on June the 5th at 11 a.m., which is our first face-to-face meeting. Please have your clinical site information, the name, the address, the phone number, the clinical site supervisor email, all of the information that I need to contact them. Your clinical sites at this point should already have all of your documentation, basically all the information in your MA-19 packet that allows you to legally and safely work there. CPR, vaccine information, etc. If you have not submitted this to your clinical site yet, you need to do this immediately. It is not legal or safe for you to work there without them having this information. For now, that's all I have. Again, please don't panic, don't worry, we're going to get through this. If you have any questions, again, I'm always here and available. If you do happen to email me questions or try to contact me after the hours of 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. in the morning, please do not expect a response back. I'm sure you guys like to sleep, so do I. So please hold your questions until outside of those hours. I would really appreciate it. All right, I will see you guys Monday, June the 5th on campus, HS280 at 11 a.m. We should be done no later than 1. It's really going to depend on the questions that you guys have. I don't like to have too many restrictions with MA-19 because there are a lot of ifs, ands, or buts, especially when it comes to clinical sites. So at least plan on being there from 11 to 1, possibly a little bit longer if you have additional questions. Any future meetings will be done via Zoom. You guys will find the links in the announcement section or in your modules. Again, if you've taken my classes before, they're all set up the same. So you guys should be able to navigate pretty easily through the Canvas class. All right, I will see you soon. Bye-bye.